Hey everyone, thanks for coming out today. Welcome again to another Vogue session with Vancouver Pride Society at Expand Vogue Jam. I'm really excited to come back again another day and another element. Just before we start, I want to acknowledge that we are in the unceded territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh peoples, where, as we say this, we continually investigate and remember and remind ourselves that we are unceded territories. I also want to acknowledge that this is today specifically is actually the 51st anniversary of the Stonewall riots. Lots of pride events happening around the world. So I just wanted to acknowledge that, and also acknowledge that what started the Stonewall riots were trans POC folk that created the dialogue to the pride and the the liberation that we have today. And those same people also created the ballroom scene. So again, ballroom and Vogue come from the late '60s. It's historically known that Christelle LaBeija started the first balls. You can see that in the documentary called The Queen if you haven't watched it yet. Other great documentaries outside of Paris is Burning. There's a great show called My House. There's also a prequel to Paris is Burning about the negatives of Paris is Burning. So if you want to look up for that as well. There's also another great show that's just coming out recently called Legendary, talking about ballroom culture in more of a competitive kind of reality television kind of way. So yeah, lots of resources out there to learn more about ballroom. Yeah, and today we're gonna learn more about Vogue. So today's element, last week we did hand performance. Today we're gonna do catwalk. Yeah. So again, out of the 5 elements of Vogue Femme, which is a style that I teach, there's hand performance, catwalk, duck walk, spins, dips, and floor performance. So today we're doing catwalk. So today, if you have any space, it's gonna be you'll want a little more space in your room. Today, you see we kind of pushed our camera further back. So yeah, just find some space. Make sure you can just move your arms around without worrying. And we're gonna start off with a longer stretch than what we did last week because we'll be moving more of our body. So just follow me. I'll play the beat, and we'll get going. Here we go. We're gonna go forward, down, big sumo wrestler, and up. And 3 more.
My bad, waiting online at the club.
And up.
Waiting online, waiting online, waiting online at the club. Waiting online, waiting online, waiting online at the club.
1 more.
Waiting online, waiting online. Oh my god, party squad, party squad. Oh my god,
and
waiting
down.
online at the club.
All the way down.
Waiting online, waiting online, waiting online at the club. Waiting online, waiting online, waiting online at the club. Waiting online, waiting online. Oh my god, party squad.
The side.
Oh my god, waiting online at the club. Waiting online, waiting online, waiting online at the club. Waiting online, waiting online, waiting online at the club. Waiting online, waiting online, waiting online at the club. Waiting
Nice.
online,
Toes to the wall.
waiting online at the club. Waiting online, waiting online, waiting online at the club. Waiting online, waiting online, waiting online at the club. Waiting online, waiting online, waiting online at the club.
And let's let it out.
Waiting online, waiting online at the club. Waiting online, waiting online, waiting online at the club. Waiting online, waiting online, waiting online at the club. Waiting online, waiting online, waiting online at the club. Waiting online, waiting online, waiting online at the club. Waiting online, waiting online, waiting online.
Go down.
Waiting online, waiting online, waiting online at the club. Waiting online, waiting online, waiting online at the club.
Cool. Bring your bum back to your foot. If you can, straight leg.
Oh my
Or
god.
wherever you need. And as far as you can, just to stretch out.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oops.
And bring it back
My
up to your
bad.
line. Turn it out. And with all your stretches, if you find any points of tension or tightness, just feel free to shift it and change it for you. It's going to be different for all of us. I dance professionally, so of course my stretches are going to look further and longer maybe than you at home. So feel yourself, feel it out. If you just need to rest in between, rest. Switch sides. we're gonna do the other side now. This side. And close to the wall. And lunge it out. And knee down, open it up. And now bump to your foot. And switch over. Cool, back out into your lunge. Turn out. And bring it in. Just gonna sit here for a second. We're gonna put our hands in front of us and just bring our torso up. A little bit of a thigh quad burner. That's good for us. Just breathe. Woo! And release. Yeah! Okay, stretch it out. Wiggle it out. We're gonna go back down. Bring our feet in. And if you can, just go touch the ground if you can. Or touch your shins, whatever you need. Just take a heavy head. Release your neck. So you're not holding your neck. Let's release. And we're gonna roll in slowly. Taking it out in between. Whoa. Little circles of the arms, just to get our arms warmed up. Circling back. So inherently, catwalk has a lot of hand performance naturally as well. So we're gonna warm our arms up to get that ready. Other way, circle front. Cool, stretch it out, front arm, shoulder down. So again, try to get your shoulder down if it's too high. Really want to feel the back of your shoulder blade stretch. And other side. Again, shoulders down. Really long neck. And smile. And back. Let's see the back what's happening here. And other side. Cool. And as your head down. And stretch to the side. And other side. Nice, cool. So today's class, before we start doing catwalk, we actually want to work on our hips first. Yeah, so I'm just gonna show my hips up a little bit, little Shakira moment. Just a little side note. Shakira was one of my biggest superheroes as a kid. And I know she wasn't a superhero, but yeah, just so y'all know that. So I'm just showing my hips so you can see what's happening here. I want us to first just feel just sit in your hips, sit in one side. and feel the length, the stacking of like of your legs, and then connection to the right side of the body, and switch your legs. Yeah, yeah. So one leg is gonna be straight, one leg's gonna be bent. Yeah, just so you can feel that. Yeah, hands on your hips, tap by side, emphasize your hips, and sit, and sit. Again, did someone comment? Sit. With Shakira.
Not about Shakira.
And sit.
We have a child voguing with you today, Ralph.
Yay! Hi, child voguing with me. Do they have a name?
I don't know.
Sit in your hip. Let me know if you want to share your name. Cool. So, we're going to feel that same thing now. Open your legs a little bit more. I want you to sit in that hip. Again, this time both legs are bent, but the weight is on the one side. Transferring, sit on the other side. Again, sit and sit. Yeah. And so when I do this, I also have to think about this. Like so, this little curl is happening. Like I'm squeezing a grapefruit and an orange, squeezing with my body. Yeah, with the shoulder and the hip. Yeah. You don't want it to look like force, like you're doing like this. Just a little subtle squeeze. Yeah. Squeezing the oranges. Squeezing orange. Fresh orange juice. Pomelos. Grapefruit. Yeah. just think of that. And so with that, you have a little bit of an arched spine in your back as well. So I'm not like this. Like, can you see that? It's like not a cool move. It's very granny. So you want to arch your spine a little bit. So you have a little bit of a shelf in the back. Sit, 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 sit. Oh, there's a fan on today, and it's just like it's blowing. Yeah, come on. Great. Boom. Cool. So we're gonna try with the beat. Just work on side to side, so we can just feel that, and then I'll show you how it extends to catwalk. Yeah. Here we go. Gonna play a beat. I guess it just restarted. So we're gonna go. 1, 2. Oh, closer. Yeah, better. Cool. So we're gonna sit, and sit, sit, and sit, and sit. Again, sit, and sit, and sit. A little faster. We're gonna go. Sit, 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 sit. So you're literally like you have two stools on either side, and you're just kind of like slightly touching the stool with your bum. Sit, sit, boom, sit, 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 sit. Boom, boom. Sit. Nice. You feel the burn in the front of your hips right now. Cool. I think me being on this side actually needs to stop. What's happening? Sorry, y'all. We got some technical difficulties. Hold up. Sorry, y'all. What's happening? We're just trying to figure out the music. Keep doing your hips over there at home. Do you have a cord? Oh, the way can't. Okay, un momento. Take a quick water break. Stretch out your hips. We'll be right back with some music. everyone, thanks so much for coming back and sticking with us. We had some major issues with speakers today, so we're gonna do the rest of the class a cappella. I apologize beforehand about my voice. I promise I used to be a singer, but then puberty hit. So there you go. Cool. So this is gonna be better. You're gonna really be able to hear me, and I can help direct you a little bit better without like loud noise in between. So positives out of the negatives, y'all. Okay. So again, we're gonna find those hips again we did earlier. Sit, sit. Again, sit, sit. And if you're at home and want to put a beat on, we can put it on the chat to go to vanvogejam.com. We have a whole playlist, so while you're listening to me, you can play some music. That's another option for you out there, okay? So again, we're gonna do sit in our hips, sit in our hips, sit in our hips, sit in our hips, yeah? So the next thing we're gonna do for catwalk, now that we have our hips going, I want you to go on your tippy toes, bend your knees, and I want you to sit on that chair again, that little stool you had earlier, yeah? Sit on the chair, yeah? Cool? Forward, our legs are gonna go in front, cross, cross, cross. So a very simple way of thinking about it is like if you're actually gonna be like a runway model, we're gonna do one leg in front of the other, one leg in front of the other, yeah? Just do that at home, walk around your house a little bit. One leg in front of the other, one leg in front of the other, and hands on your hips. We'll do runway class another day, but not today. Cool. Keep walking, keep walking. Really good, really good. Cool. So now we're going to do the same thing. On your toes, bent knees, sit on your hip, yeah? You don't want to look like this, like Golem. You want to open up like a beautiful swan, yeah? Sit, sit. And look, there's that little orange grapefruit pomelo thing I was saying earlier. Squeeze in that hip, yeah? Again, squeeze hip, yeah? So we're doing this little Shakira, bam, moment, yeah? But we're doing it as a catwalk, cool? See, they all come around, always comes around, yeah? So we're doing, again, hands on the hips, down, down, da, da. Again, keep going around your house, da, da. We'll add the hands in a second. We're just gonna work on this hip and leg together. Doom, doom, doom. This is called a cat walk. Walk, walk, kitty cat walk, kiddo walk, 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 walk. Nice, nice, kiddo walk, walk. Bam, bam, bam. Cool. This is fun. We're gonna try this music again. One more. We're gonna try this one more time. It's lighting at me, so I feel like we should try her again. Let's see, girl. Can you give it to us? What's she giving? See the lights here? This is the speaker light. That means it's happening. Something's happening. Can we hear this? Can we hear this? We're gonna try this. Let us know if you can hear this. Huh? Cool, let's try that. Cool. Sit, sit, sit. Around your house. Don't hit the couch. Boom, boom, boom. And so if you watch from the side, I really have this arched spine, yeah? Sit, sit. You can see it. Yeah? So I'm not going like, I'm not convex. Yeah? It's arched, yeah? You want to put your presenting in your chest. Yeah. So again, sit, sit, sit. Keep your heels up. Keep going around your house. Heels up. Boom. Boom. Keep going. Sit, 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 sit. Few more times. Boom, 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 boom. Again, sit. Nice, cool, check it out. So we're gonna add arms to this. So remember we did hand performance last week? We're gonna add arms, catwalk arms, yeah? Hands are gonna go. Show your ring off. 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 Boom. Boom. boom, 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 boom. Cool. We're gonna practice songs like catwalk. Just arms first. We're gonna walk. Opposite arm to leg. Opposite arm to leg. Step. Opposite arm to leg. Opposite arm to leg. Again. Opposite arm to leg. Around your house. Opposite arm to leg. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah. Get the pattern in your arm. Opposite arm to leg. Opposite arm to leg. Opposite arm to leg. Opposite arm to leg. You know something annoying? Opposite arm to leg, but keep going. Opposite arm to leg. Opposite arm to leg. Opposite arm to leg. Cool. Because what? Opposite arm to leg. Yes. Okay, cool. So now we're gonna have the catwalk part. On our toes, knees bent. Sit in your hip. Opposite arm to leg. Sit. Just look at my shape. It's this little ZZ, this S shape happening. You should feel that in your body as well. I really feel it on the side of my hips. Other side, sit. Yeah? Stylistically, I'm trying to not make it bounce as much. So try not to bounce. Sit. Yeah? Cool. Again. Just like that. Sit in your hip. Sit in your hip. Around your house. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Sit in your hip. Sit in your hip. Sit in your hip. Opposite arm to leg. 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 Yeah. Take it out. Do the same thing again. A little faster tempo. Are we good for comments? Are we okay? Cool. Let's do it again. A little faster. So tempo should be. I know it might be delayed, but anyways, we'll hear. So like, yeah. So you want to move down, 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 down instead of up. You just kind of dance, y'all. So, cat walk around. Here we go. And go. Cat walk. Cat walk. Nice. Woo, woo. Take it out. Good job, y'all. Get a quick water. Drink. Okay, cool. So now we've done that, we're gonna move on. We're gonna get the doubles. We're gonna add patterning now, yeah? So we're gonna go. Single. 1, 2, 3, 4. Super simple. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the front. So 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna double it up. Double. Double. Yeah. From the side. To double it up. You just transfer the weight front. Like that. Yeah. You're not doing. Don't skip rope. Don't skip rope. You just want to front. Front. Switch. Front. Front. Switch. Front. 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 Okay. Cool. Let's just do that actually though. Let's just do doubles. Just doubles. So double, 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 double. And you see my hand accent the double with a little up. Doubles around your house. You can go in the slow tempo if you want. If you feel it. Double, 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 double. Keep going. Double, boom, double, boom, double. Nice. So again, you always want to think similar to like you have a book bouncing in your head. You don't want to bounce like this, yeah? You want to be like bounce like that's a different dance. It's okay. It is a different dance, yeah. Well, if you want to think toys. Vogue Femme was always about the trans women giving this illusion like they're floating. Like honey, that's why they say, honey, I'm floating. Like to just break the softness. Because it's not jaggedy and angry, yeah. So the softness comes in our hips. It comes in how we sit in the hip. Because out of the hip is actually gonna help with like so think of it as a car. Like there's like that spring thing that helps with like I don't know anything about cars, but it helps with like torque or like so the impact isn't as strong. That's what our hips are doing right now with this thing, yeah? So I mean no I don't know anything about cars, anyways. So your hips are gonna help be responsible for balancing how much force your body is gonna be visually seeing, yeah? Cool. So the more sit you have in your hip, the more you can dig in there. So it just glides, yeah? Like glide, yeah? Cool. So again, if it's the first time doing this, you're gonna be feeling really sore already. Stretch out in between whatever you need. So we're gonna do doubles again, yeah? Around the house and go. Doubles. Doubles. Make sure to smile. Doubles. 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 Double. 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 Keep going. Keep going. You got it. You're sweating. It's okay. Keep going. Boom. Deep. And double. Oh, it's so effortless. Oh, it's so fun. Boom. 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 Nice. Take it out. Take it out. Cool. So next skill we're gonna learn. We're gonna go diagonally. Yeah, if you have space, ideally. If not, you can go side to side. Just walk like this. Feel like that much space. So I'm gonna show you traveling it. Yeah. Arms are gonna go again. Da, da, da. From here, we're just gonna go hop up. Then switch sides. Ba, ba, ba. Pop up. 1, 2, 3. Pop up. D, D, D. Pop up. So my arms do switch. This side, I'm gonna go this way. I start with the arm in front. It's gonna be the one that's gonna be up first. And the leg behind me will be the one that's bent front. Yeah? So 1, 2, 3, jump up. Other side. 1, 2, 3, up. Again. 1, 2, 3, up. One more. 1, 2, 3, up. Cool? Again, slowly like that. And slowly. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, up. Again, last time. 3, up. Cool? So, we're going to do a little upgrade on that. We're going to add a kick instead of jumping out now, yeah? You can as high or low as you want. 1, 2, 3. So from here, the leg in front, we'll twist. Bam. Yeah, again. Bam. So my legs are facing this side, and as they turn, they all turn to that side. Boom. Yeah, same time. Again from here. Boom. Then I go to the other side. 1, 2, 3. So again, this leg is going to be the one I'm turning on. I turn. Yeah? Again. Turn. Again. One more time. Turn. Last time. Turn. Cool. So slowly. 1, 2, 3. Kick. 1, 2, 3. Kick. 1, 2, 3. Kick. 1, 2, 3. Kick. One more time. Like that. And 1, 2, 3. Kick. 1, 2, 3. Kick. 1, 2, 3. Kick. 1, 2, 3. Kick. Nice. One more time is a good measure. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, kick. 1, 2, 3, kick. 1, 2, 3, kick. 1, 2, 3, kick. Yeah? Cool. Okay, so just a really quick little anecdote. So for us to know more about catwalk, so Vogue Family again, it was made by the trans women of the ballroom community. So it really is this performative performance of gender, of female gender. Yeah, this like exuberant, like think volumes, like big hips, like just like what like commodified images of femininity is like what Vogue Femme is about, like the shape wise. Yeah. So you want to give this like idea or this illusion that you're your hair is long, whatever. All this stuff that like we now as a generation like are like that's kind of messed up. This is the place where it's actually celebrating that we can embody it, impersonate it. That like we don't need to have the long hair, we don't need to have all the hips, but we still look femme. You know what I mean? So you want to think of that while you're doing Vogue Femme because like a lot of people forget like it's not just a dance style, it's actually a culture, it's a way of living, it's how people walk in the world. You know, like not they don't do this in the world like hey go what's up, but like it's like the idea behind it is used as a way of there's a functional reason that they move like this. They know they're learning about the body like this, you know. So just think about that as we're doing it. I think it gives us some more context to Vogue Femme. So it's not just as a dance form, right? Cool. So we're gonna do it again. We're gonna add a few more things, and we're gonna tie up a little bit today. It's a nice day out. Y'all want to go outside, I know. So I appreciate you staying. So yeah. So we're gonna do one more thing. We're gonna add a turn. Whoa! We're gonna do a turn. So we're gonna kind of bring it back to like old school like funk days. So I want you to step, then you're gonna turn. Then you're gonna step, and you're gonna turn. Yeah, cool. Again, so I'm stepping one foot in front of my leg, and if you see from the back, I'm gonna turn to this side. Turn again, and I step again on the same leg. Turn to this side. Yeah, we're just practicing this so that we can do our catwalks all the way to the front, to our camera, and then turn around. But it looks very smooth, so you don't look janky, yeah? Cool, so we're just gonna do simple catwalks 8 to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you're gonna turn, hold it, then you wait 5, 6, 7. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Yeah? Cool? Yeah? One more time. You know what? Remix it. Let's remix it. We'll do 4 instead so we don't travel as much. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to turn 5, 6, and repeat. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. Turn 6, 7, 8. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a hold. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. Hold. Turn, 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 turn. Yeah. And for the turn, think like you have like a big. I like the idea of like having a big, like ballroom skirt, like I don't know, like a debut. You know, those big ass skirt dresses. You know. So I'm like, it's like, like I'm just like floating. The skirt's floating. Also, my voice cracked. Y'all saw that. Don't rewind. Here we go. Boom. There you go again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wah. Bam. Cool. Another thing I want us to try to add on to this, since the turn is a little bit slow, let's look at our hands today. Yeah, so we're gonna go level up a little bit. Hand, hand, hand. But now I want you to feel. So find this circle. Everyone find the circle that we did earlier last week. Circle, 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 circle. We're gonna now add the circles if you feel you can do it. Yeah. Default, worst case, just tap, 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 tap. But if you're feeling really like you got it, you can move to the next step. Give me the circles, the circle, circle. So you're always moving, always moving. So slowly, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. It's always coming in to go out, in to go out, in to go out. And a few more times. Feel it, feel it, feel it. Boom, 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 boom. Nice. Yeah, wrist. I know. I feel you. I feel y'all. The other day, this whole week, I did something early this last week, and my wrist. It's like I'm talking to like someone's there, but they're not there. But anyways, I was voting for like a long time for this thing, and the next day I couldn't do this, y'all. I couldn't do this, and I do this. It's like let's go. I do this all the time. You know what I mean? It was just because I was voguing so much. My wrist got so sore, y'all. Anyways, we're not gonna get that far today, but if you do, ice it, ice bath, little ice bath, saves me. Cool. So we're gonna add the little wrist rolls with the turn. Yeah, slowly. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn. You have a big skirt, and other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and turn it, turn it, turn it, turn it. Yeah. Cool. Again, like I said, like Vogue fam comes from old way. And old way shapes are all about posing, which comes from the Vogue magazine. Hence why Vogue. So when you're doing your catwalk, don't lose your head. Your face is a part of it. So you gotta sell the face as well. You know what I mean? Yeah. So don't be like, don't go down. Give the illusion that you know what you're doing, and then you'll learn it. You'll know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Fake it till you make it. That's a real thing. That's my whole life career, y'all. You read my bio. If you follow my life. Sorry. Sorry. These are jokes just for. Ah! Okay, cool. So we're gonna play a beat now, so you can stop hearing my voice. We're gonna move on. Is the music working? Great. Cool. So 4 front, turn 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 back. Back, turn front. Yeah. What's this beat, bro? What's he doing? Here we go. 5, 6, 5, 6. Here we end. 1, 2. Turn. Again. 1, 2. Turn. 2 more times. 1, 2. Turn. Again. Turn. Cool. Breathe. Think about it. Take a second. Breathe. So there's a lot happening, yeah? You have the circles, circles, circles. You're also turning, yeah? So I'm going to do, just watch it. I'll do it sideways once so you can see it. I'm going to go. 1, 2. Circle. 1, 2. Circle. One more time. Circle. Bam. Yeah? Cool. Let's do that again, yeah? I always say, like, catwalk is like the element, like if you're walking at a ball and your girl does a catwalk and it's not cute, it's like they get chopped right away. Because it's like, that, it kind of like sets your tone. Because most of the movement in Vogue is very static, can be very static in some ways. So the catwalk is how you're traveling on the runway, yeah? So if you don't have a good catwalk, I'm sorry, girl, it's a top. Cool. So we're going to work on it now, yeah? So again, 1, 2, we'll go slow. 4, turn it, turn, turn, again. Here we go. Slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, and turn. 1 more time like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, turn, turn, last side. 1, 2, 3, 4, turn, turn, turn. Nice. Okay, we're gonna do one more time. On the beat, yeah? 4, so 2 times and 4 times each side, yeah? Cool? Here we go. Oh, wait, let's wait for the beat to change because she's gonna change her now. Thanks, baby. Okay, let's do it, okay. Here we go, a little faster. Here we go, and 1, 2, turn. And 1, 2, turn. Again. Turn. Turn. Yeah. Cool. So there's lots of things happening around there. Catwalk's the hardest one because like you have to be on your toe, knees are bent, sit your hip in, find the arm, find the shift in the leg. You know, there's a lot of balancing, but if you keep practicing like this, it'll get you to the place that you need to be for a battle. Yeah, you know what I mean? Cool. So one more thing before we go. We're gonna add a little bit. This is a little bit of a kick thing that's very, very a me thing. So we're gonna work on it. Yeah. So you're gonna go front. So like we're kicking a soccer ball. I played soccer, so don't come for me, y'all. I know sports. I know that sport for sure. Kick. You're gonna transfer your weight. Kick back, and you're gonna kick front. Kick up. That would be like such a bad way to play soccer, though. You're like, yeah, bad. I was very good though, so don't come for me. So leg in front, transfer weight front leg, back leg kicks up. Wow, I just had a full on pierogi in my mouth. Switch leg, then you're kicking that one front now, then you switch. And this brings you back. Boom. Cool? So it's 1, 2, 3, and up. Again. Kick. Back. Front. Prep. Up. 6, 7, 8. Yeah? We'll do that in a combo in a second. I just want you to learn the pathway. So just look at my legs. Look at my legs. Yeah. Cool. So we're going to go front. Transfer. Back. Kick front. With the same leg. Transfer. Back. Kick. Boom. Yeah? I know it's like this, but when you get it, you'll be like, yes. Yeah? Promise. So again, so kick, back, boom, and boom. You're literally like skip roping. This is literally a skip rope move. It's like, so find that. 1, back, kick, and up. 6, again, here we go. Boom, boom, kick, and up. One more time for your mama. 1, 2, 3, and 5. Last time. Here we go. And kick, 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 kick. Yeah? So when we put it to a combo with a catwalk, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Kick, 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 kick. 1. Well, that's too much for us today. Breathe. Chill out. It's all good. So you can just keep it just a kick, yeah? So we're going to go 5, 6, 7, and kick, 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 up. 6, 7, 8. That's how we'll do it today, yeah? We'll start with the kick. 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and up. Kick, kick, kick. Catwalk. Like kick, 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 kick. Again, 6. Here we go. 1, back, front, and kick. T, T, T. So you just finish it with 3 catwalks, yeah? I'm gonna do diagonally so you can see diagonally. I'm going. 6, 7, and kick, 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 up, kick, T, T. Yeah? Cool. Let's start with a beat. We'll go slow today. We'll go slow. Here we go. Slow and kick, 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 and up, T, T, T. Nice. Again, we'll do 2 more times. 5, slowly, 7, and kick, 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 and up, T, T, T. 2 more times. 2 more times. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Kick, T, T, T. One more time. One more time. Here we go again. And kick, back, front, out, up, T, T, T. Yeah. Cool. So before we go, I'm gonna show us catwalk with everything we did today in a little bit of like a mishmash combo. Yeah, we're just gonna watch me, check out how I'm using the same tools but just freestyling it. Yeah, cool. And you can do it at home too. Here we go. Sorry, I gotta get extra on. So when I'm doing this, watch my hips. How I use my hips, okay? Oh. Yay! Awesome. So let's spend this last little bit. Ask us questions. We're right here. It's interactive. I can help you out right now. Yeah. So jot down any questions you have, any concerns or things that are like, that felt weird. Can you show it again? I'll be gladly to share it again. Yeah. Here we go.
How long have you been dancing for?
How long have I been dancing for? I officially say I started dancing when I was 14, but I'm being Filipino. Of course, you dance like when you're like a little kid. But I started training 14 with breakdancing. Like breakdancing, full on. Like you're like, what? This little feminine boy? Yes, y'all. And I always like to say that breakdancing. Sorry, breakdancing kind of set the tone for me and like how I approach my dancing, and it being a freestyle dance form. It also has deep roots to like African American and hip hop culture. Has always kind of set the tone of how I approach my learning because there's such reverence and respect for the history in breakdancing, and I think is why ballroom became such a easy in for me as a dancer.
Do you dance now? Do you dance anything else other than you do any other things other than ballroom?
So I do everything. So as a dancer, I'm trained in a multitude of street dance styles: breaking, popping, locking house, whacking, Vogue being one of them as well. I also trained in Modus Operandi, which is a contemporary dance company based in Vancouver. I did it for 4 years. I also, so in that program, I learned a lot about ballet, modern jazz, contemporary practice. I also have a background doing some actual like Latin ballroom. I competed one time. Did a bit of circus work. I also work in film and television, like doing TVs and movies. So my whole career is really based on the variety of dance styles that I know. So yeah, but I would say like my main styles of dance would be Vogue, contemporary improvisational structures, and like I could like pick up like a lot of different choreo easily quite well. So yeah.
Okay. What is the best way to learn how to Vogue?
The best way, honestly, personally, if you didn't have online, I would say take a class with someone, learn from someone. This form, like many street dance forms, isn't codified in the same way, and if it is, it's still based on interpretation. And I think you have to learn from people, from masters. Like when I learned from, I went to New York and learned from Naomi. I learned from people like Cesar Valentino, or even learning from Deschamps or Carlos. So there's a lot of really well-known people that can also teach it. But if you can't go to those places, find out what's in your city. Like we have Van Vogue Jam here, and I try to bring in new teachers, guest teachers during the balls. Yeah, take class, just learn. And if you want to learn more about ballroom culture, I think investigate. Go on Google, see what else is out there. There's a lot of info out there actually.
What is a good YouTuber to follow?
For ballroom, for Vogue stuff,
Yeah.
I would say ballroom throwbacks. It's really great. They have a lot of the old school, like the balls that were happening at Vogue nights back in the day at Escalitas. Also OTA, which is another like kind of like battle that's been going around. More like mini balls. I'll say those two are really great. OTA is really current right now. They're also doing balls through Bigo, which is like an app you can get on your phone. They just did one last night with some people from Pose. There's Dominique there, India Moore, Celeb Extravaganza was there, and they're raising money for a charity recently. So I walked it for fun. I did Benway. It was really fun. It was so weird because like the screens were this small. But yeah, resources wise, I would say also check out our Van Vogue Jam page. We have some resources there if you want to learn more. Yeah, lots out there actually. Yeah.
And what style do you practice?
What style do I practice? I practice the style of life, darling. But if we're talking about Vogue, in ballroom, I practice Vogue Femme, so which is the style that I'm teaching. And when it comes to runway, I'm a European runway girl. I walk European. So when people do that one of the other days, but like fully like European runways, like my runway style. There's a lot of different things stylistically that I'm interested in, but I guess for ballroom, those are the two.
What about the home improvement ball?
Yeah. So just another reminder. These classes are helping us lead up to our ball we're doing with Vancouver Pride for the first time. So it's called the Home Improvement Ball. It's a Kiki ball. And it's all online. So if you want to learn more about it, it's going to be on our either our Facebook page or our Eventbrite, or even on vanvogegem.com for more info. It's going to be July 29th. That's Wednesday, July 29th, 5 p.m. PDT, so Vancouver West Coast time. That's also good. That's like 8 o'clock East Coast time and 8 a.m. Philippine time. So the reason why I say that is that we have judges from New York, LA, we have Toronto, Vancouver, and also Manila in the Philippines. So it's going to be a big, super fun ball. If you're interested, yeah, if you want to walk a ball or a category, register online through Eventbrite. If you want to donate as well, 50% of all the proceeds are going to be going to BLM Vancouver, and the rest will be going to Van Vogue Gem to help support our next balls coming in the future. Okay, thank you all so much. Have a great day, and we'll see you next Sunday. Same time, same place.